Hello everyone, welcome to part 32, and just going to quickly do another sub-quest before I continue on with the adventure. In the last part there really wasn't much, to comment on. We finally got Garudamon, which is the ultimate form for Vamdemon. And Piamon, yeah, it's the ultimate form for Piamon, okay? And we learned that there is an 8th child out there, but before we can go and, try and get back to the real world to find this child, we got to do this sub-quest. Well, I suppose I don't have to, but, in case there's any rank ups, I want to make sure that I make sure I get them. So we return to the castle where Mimi was previously a spoilt brat. I can't exactly remember what happens here, but I think it's something like a karaoke contest or something. I'm guessing that the Gekamon has got another problem with their leader. I still can't bloody be 100% sure if his name is Tonosama Gekamon or if it's whatever else. I do know it's Shogun Gekamon in English, so again, I apologise. I'll be probably referring to him by his English name. Well, I did the same shit with Digimon, but that was purely out of preference. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Can we just, whatever you're talking about, can we please just, get on with things? I do know that they're working on a translation, and an English patch for this game. Well, not the people that made the game, but obviously, fans and that. They're working on a English translation for this, and that'd be good. But who knows how long it's going to take before that finally comes out, so that's why I'm kind of just going along with kind of going along here and just making do. So this sub-quest is really, really easy. There are 3 blue sparkles scattered around, which you need to find. There's one. We can't go up the stairs yet because Gekamon is blocking it off. You don't need to worry about enemies here either because there are absolutely no enemies whatsoever. So, like I say, just run around, look for the blue sparkles. There are 3. And then when you've got all 3 blue sparkles, go up to that Gekamon that I just showed briefly before, and he should let you up the stairs then. I have no idea what these blue sparkles are supposed to be. But nonetheless, we found all 3. That was not hard at all. So let's go and see Gekamon. Hello there. Right, so chat to him. He'll let you upstairs, and I believe we get to battle Shogun Gekamon again because I don't know. After this conversation, of course, because it's all about gossiping and having a fucking conversation. I'm just busy because I don't know what's going on. Ah. Anyway. Back in here. Shogun Gekamon is still a spoilt brat, so we're going to have to battle him again. Hello there, you thing. Is it just me, or does he look drunk? He looks completely and utterly out of his head. But who cares? We've got things to do, And this should hopefully not be too hard. Got Tentamon and Piamon in the party because that should boost, you know, their levels up a bit more. Well, they need it a little bit more than what Agumon does. Now, I'm not expecting Togemon to do very much here. Right. I still can't believe that Habitable uses so much in the way of SP. 23 SP points, really? Don't you think that's a bit, you know, over the top? Even if it is quite powerful. Yikes. Oh, really? I've got a chip on Togemon that boosts attack every time that Togemon's hit, so you know, it might come in handy, it might not. Who the hell cares? So I'm just gonna go in with Shadow Wing, that's gonna probably do most. There we go. Wow! That attack is actually... I don't remember it being that powerful last time I fought this guy. I'm gonna need something much... I'm just gonna attack down you. I don't know if any of the other two have got something. But even if they haven't, I'm just gonna have to focus on finishing this guy off quickly. And if he finishes off Togemon, then he finishes off Togemon. That attack boost should obviously do something. Well, that worked out quite nicely. Let's see what this move does. Okay. Fine. That was good. It's fine. It's all good. And that was that subquest. Really, really short, really, really easy. And if I don't rank up, then it's probably not one that's worth bothering with. In fact, the only thing that's probably worthwhile doing it for is getting the experience from Shogun Gekamon by beating his ass down. Because he's an ungrateful little brat. I mean, you thought Mimi was bad a couple episodes back. This guy is such a sore loser. But everything looks to be happy again. Yeah, good for you, Mimi. And with that being said, that ends that subquest. We don't need to worry about that anymore. We should now be able to continue on with the actual adventure. So I'm going to save the game real quick, because it would be foolish not to. And let's jump in. Yeah. Well, I'll keep Palmon in for the time being. I probably won't keep Palmon in for the entirety of the time though, because, you know, what with her only being able to get up to champion and all that. I need my ultimates, man. Okay, so this is Vamdemon's castle. Obviously this place has the gateway to get into the real world. How the fuck that guy managed to get hold of one of them, I don't know. But man, if we'd have known about that sooner. But nonetheless, we gotta get into this castle, but we gotta do it subtly, because obviously we're the enemy, so yeah. So basically what's going to happen is Agumon and Palmon are going to pretend to be like Digimon that are, you know, going to train and work for Vamdemon, which, let's face it, is really, really darn stupid, because Devimon would recognise them for a start. I mean, surely they wouldn't be suspicious of all Agumon and Palmon that came in. Now, the anime kind of made up for it. The anime kind of tweaked, gave them wigs and said that they were different Digimon entirely. Punk Agumon and Reggae Palmon or something. I'm going by the dub. But here they just walk in as they are. And no one thinks, could this be the same Agumon and Palmon that, as with the chosen children? Nope. Not a single question is asked. Anyway, this is Nanimon or something, and he's a drunk. Not even kidding. Going by the anime, he's a complete and utter drunk. So he has like a bunch of useless Digimon on board, generally. Sukamon, Numamon and Vegimon. Nothing you need to worry about. Not that we actually need to fight a lot of these, if memory serves. You do get into a fight with Nanimon later on, and he has 2 Digimon by his side, which I believe are from this group, but nothing to worry about. Anyway, onward to see the villains. And we get to meet another one of Vamdemon's servants. Pico Devimon's servants are crap. Anyway, this is Tailmon. She is another one of Vamdemon's servants. And she's really ripping the shit out of Pico Devimon for having such shitty Digimon, coming along in Vamdemon's army. Because she actually managed to find some pretty darn good Digimon. She looks awfully cute, doesn't she, for a bad guy. Then again, I kind of got a soft spot for cats. Tailmon was always one of my favourite Digimon, just purely because of her design. She's so cute. So, Digimon succeed. We're able to break into the castle. And literally no one asked any questions at all about whether or not these were the chosen children's Digimon, because they have exactly the same Digimon. Okay, fine, whatever. I would have thought they'd have been, just a little bit suspicious. Okay. I'm just going to put it down to the villains can occasionally be stupid. So anyway, now we're inside the castle, and it's got a little bit of a reminiscent appearance. It reminds me of Etamon's pyramid base a little bit, but it's a little bit easier to get lost here, I think. So I did look up a walkthrough to get a rough idea of where to go here. Option 2. And I believe that ranks us up with Yamato. Yep. Okay, I know Taichi and Yamato are going to get mega forms anyway, but I still feel like ranking up, okay? Remember, this floor is poisonous, so try not to spend too long on it. In fact, you don't really need to be on that floor at all. So just kind of, head left or whatever, or right at the start. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, so now that I've taken out that Bakuman, which, let's face it, I did not need to fight at all, it's time now to go on and actually find our way through this castle, because, like I say, this place can be pretty easy to get lost in. We do not want to go on the poisonous floor. We want to head this way. Which, let's face it, I did not know was there at the beginning. Like I say, this place is big. It's relatively easy to get lost around here. So keep your eyes peeled. There really aren't that many tough Digimon around that's going to give you any grief. Barkamon and... oh, for God's sake. Thank God he ran out of breath there. We want to ignore them steps, I think. Now up here are 2 warp points. For the love of God, I want to get through this castle without running into too many fucking baddies. Is that too much to ask? Right. Like I was saying, up here you've got 2 warp points. Ignore both of them. If you go into them, I think it takes you back to the very beginning of the castle. So not a good idea. But yeah, this part is basically them just saying this is warp points and they'll warp us to a different part of the castle. These 2 I think will warp you back to the beginning, so I would really recommend not bothering with them. So I think option 1 I think ranks up Koshiro. Yeah, that's good. So I ignore both of these. I don't want to run into you. Oh, he's running away. He's running away. We want this warp point. Takes us into this room where there's 2 items waiting for us. I think this is actually on the other side of the, you know, the rocks where that poisonous floor was, but who cares? We want to head this way. Like I say, this castle can be very confusing if you don't know where you're going. Like I say, I probably am missing a bunch of items by going straight forward and, you know, not deviating too much from the overall route. But the reason for that is, like I say, it's just I want to get a move on with this. I should be fine. There's plenty of routes like around this castle to take, but this is the actual route you want to take if you want to get to where you need to go, which will obviously be to where Vamdemon is. We want to stop him from getting back to the real world. Warp point. Oh, again, this green floor is all about slowing you down, which can be a real bitch when you've got enemies that you don't want to fight that are actually able to move perfectly fine on these. Just irks me. Right, just trying to work out here where I have to go. So, yeah. You just want to go down the stairs, and then I think you want to head all the way to the left here. And that should take you roughly to where Vamdemon is. And see, I missed out on it. Oh, fucking hell. Now do you see why it irks me, having to walk on the slow move, you know, the slow green floor? The Digimon can move at their normal speed. They can catch up to you if you're trying to run away from them. Oh, God. And I know I've missed a bunch of items. I don't care. I really, truly don't. I think this set of steps leads us to Vamdemon. So, before we go down there, we want to make sure we're prepared. And I apologise if my voice now sounds funny. I randomly started having a coughing fit. I thought I was over this shit. Right. Or at least over it enough to do commentary. Jesus. Looks like there's a ton of different items. So really, before you head down those steps, you really want to make sure that your team is all prepared and ready, because you know, you can get your ass kicked if you're not prepared. Mind you, I don't think the 2 battles coming up ahead are really that tough in any case, so I don't suppose it matters. I can't remember what item I stuck on. I did actually have a list somewhere where I wrote down all the items that I stuck on. Well, not all of them, but the important ones that really, really matter. That I should definitely consider. I like the fact that they've now got a little bit, their Digivices have, you know, upgraded a bit, and there's now a little bit more room to put items onto them. I know you've got some items here which are all about you know, just boosting different areas of stats and stuff. So I'm clearing this one off a little bit. HP 2000 I think would be really beneficial, because that sounds like a really handy move to have. I'm going to start again with Vamdemon actually, just to be absolutely safe. Vamdemon is not the most defensive, so I will give him a defense up move as well. And give him a natural boost of defense. Actually, fuck it. Let's start over from the beginning with all of them. I think it's about time I updated them all. Might sound a bit picky, and yeah, this part, the rest of this part is essentially just going to be me fiddling around with Digichips. So if you don't want to be bothered, then just, you know, feel free to wait until the next part, because this is just going to be me fiddling around with Digichips and making sure that I've got the right ones on the right Digimon. I'm going to keep that on Patamon though, because like I say, that boosts, yeah, that boosts, you know, whatever, experience and stuff. So I'm gonna, for Agumon, extra attack, extra SP, because, you know, that's never a bad thing, and I'm gonna give him an attack boost, hopefully, yeah, and maybe a defensive boost. That's generally how I like to pan things out, you know, boosts in HP, SP, depending on what that Digimon needs. Because each and every one of them has different stats. I mean, in my case, there would be absolutely no point whatsoever in putting on a defensive stat boost Digichip on, say, like Tentamon, because Tentamon's naturally very defensive. Whereas with Gabumon's not a very defensive Digimon. And he runs out of SP quickly in my experience, so SP and defense are normally the best things that I would advise popping onto him. And I think that might have been... oh, I can't remember what that is. So I don't think I wrote down all of them. Oh. Okay, I'm going to put some hit points on you. SP probably is not going to hurt either, so we'll give you some SP. Boost your attack. Maybe a boosted defense won't hurt either. What else can I put on you? Put defense up on you as well, just in case. I think I forgot at this point I already put one on Garurumon, but okay, fine, whatever. Oh god, it's so tricky to know sometimes what to put on them. We'll just pop that on there. And perhaps, yeah, that'll down the attack on, yeah, him. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next part.